Next mission. Yeah. See what happens.
To think, long ago the nation of Transia was once the seat of power for the heroic knights of Wondergore.
Might as well be Camp Hydra these days.
They're pulling in reinforcements from everywhere. But reinforcing what exactly?
Mount Wondergore. There's been something wrong with that place for as long as I can remember.
Something like this.
Nothing wrong with that. Now we know where to strike. Time for a little payback on Queen, Demon... No? Right. Make one slight mistake.
Handing my mother the last page of the Darkhold?
Bringing back the Hulk?
Okay, same mistake. Technically, fine. You take point then.
Roger that.
Actually, how about you let us handle things? The Sanctum, Tony's Gamma Death Star, Wanda. Think about it. Every time we listen to you all, some new catastrophe seems to happen. You're not our babysitter, Hunter.
You're our leader.
And we are the Midnight Suns. We're family.
And family's family. So this time,
we got your back.
Then what are we waiting for?
They're all waiting for the funeral.
what if we aim for his heart or something?
He's not a vampire. He's a gamma-powered muscle man.
Juiced up with a heavy dose of Lilith's corruption.
In other words, we're screwed.
Look, I know Lilith is like a dark goddess with an extra angry Hulk as her number 2.
Don't forget the Parchment of Power. She's got that too, which is like super OP.
But we've got something that she doesn't.
A death wish?
No, dude. We've got friends. Each other. We're the Midnight Suns. And you know what we Suns do?
We rise.
We've got this, guys. We have to believe in ourselves if we're gonna pull this off. Blade, Robbie, you know what to do, right?
We'll see you soon, Nico.
Better not leave me hanging, because our entire continued existence depends on us.
Right. No pressure. It's just the end of the world.
Not if we can help it.
Should we do a go team?
Don't ruin it.
I'll be monitoring the troops' movements from here. You have a small window to strike the facility and get out.
What if we like the place and want to move in?
Watch it. If you want to prove yourself on this mission, you don't need to start acting like Tony Stark. You're traveling to the heart of Lilith's power.
We know. We'll be extra careful. What? No giant alien slime bubbles, demon energy barriers, or jolly green monsters?
Then they're ours.
That rune.
Lilith, too. So it was here, all along. Wanda was right.
She usually is.
Right. One problem at a time. Midnight Suns, assemble! Or whatever.
Yes. Midnight Suns assemble or whatever.
Why not?
It looks as if Lilith has sent every last Hydra goon she could find to guard the entrance.
Between the creepy glow and the howling demonic Hulk, I think we're running out of time.
We must not let them stand in our way. No mercy for the servants of Lilith! Hell that.
Tracking movement.
Weak, even for Hydra.
Watch closely.
They cannot possibly match your strength. Let me help. I appreciate your concern.
Oh, let's look at that for
Hydra Immortalis.
Didn't work the first time either.
As ordered.
Behold their passage!
To think this was once hallowed ground, long before Lilith was entombed here.
Too bad it was Hydra that finally stuck around.
Cathan has been waiting eons for this moment. I'm not giving Hydra any more credit than I have to.
Nor should you. Very effective.
Leave some for the rest of us. You are lucky to still be breathing.
Prepare. What is it like being so inconsequential?
look taller on TV.
You have earned.
Situation is under control.
We'll kneel before.
Now you're pissing me off.
I've been waiting for this. Not looking good here.
Ugh, I still don't get why these guys keep fighting. It can't be the money. What else do mercenaries take in trade?
We both know what Lilith offers them, Nico. The promise of ability to cater to every corrupted mind.
The spell carries the size of prisoners.
Now is not the time to romanticize our peril. Was that truly your best?
Let's do this one together.
Or as good as they say.
Buy us some time!
Get inside while you can. Leave that to me.
Punch it!
Hell yeah!
You alone among your kind can serve as the conduit of my power, precious child. Liber tenebris, reversus es nobis. Only a few moments longer. Together we will reforge the Darkhold and usher in...
It's over, lady!
Mother, no! Stop this!
Lucky shot. She won't hit me again.
But it is all for you. Everything I do is always for you, child.
Block her out! She gave up the right to call you that word when she sold her soul to that monster.
The truth shall reveal itself soon enough, sister.
Even with her attention focused on that damn book, Lilith's barrier will not be easy to bring down.
Yeah, but the cave shore is. Midnight suns, disassemble.
Now you're talking.
It's not the most elegant solution, but bringing the roof down on them will certainly put a damper on things.
Should've hit a few of those columns with the hell ride. I'm gonna tell Robbie you said that. You will suffer just as they did. Watch close.
Now that was something. has sent you here to die. I hope you are prepared. I am by your side. Your time has come. Hydra's standards have fallen a great deal.
Just try to keep up. A justified punishment. Watch me. Must break you. Our reputation precedes us. Anyone that touches me is going down.
Do not waste your strength here, child. What has been set in motion cannot be undone. Will not be undone.
You have the power to stop this, Mother.
A debt of blood is owed, and a debt of blood shall be paid. The dawn will rise.
There's no convincing her. You know what you have to do. For another 1,000 years.
I had hoped for a challenge.
far too long.
Don't speak as if you know me, demon. You haven't been my sister for centuries.
It saddens me to hear you say that. But there's still time for you to see things his way.
No one calling themselves the Midnight Sun will ever join your corrupted ranks. I promise you that.
Vengeance is near. Serve the mother again. All will be judged.
They are set on coming after me.
Lilith may have found the one man, or monster, capable of withstanding the dark energies of that book long enough to fully restore it.
Banner's been nothing but trouble since this whole thing started.
We both know what it is like to have a power that others desire.
Maybe I'll rip my clothes off. Mindless followers suffer the same fate.
The light is on our side.
Danke. Your suffering begins. Somebody, skeleton. Maybe you should teach me that one. These fanatics are always the same. Join our fight. Still coming my way. Stark should have just nuked this place from orbit. You know he's got one somewhere.
We have enough problems with the Hulk as it is. I doubt that would calm his temper.
Vengeance takes on many forms.
You were too weak for this fight.
One more killer should do it.
Oh, that was nice enough. Come on. Holy crap, that was...
Liber tenebris reversus es nobi.
Get out of there, now! You've done more than anyone could ask!
Almost! Yo, demon lady! One thing, before we go. This is for
Johnny Blaze!
No! The spell must not be interrupted!
Now we may leave.
Mother.
Your mother died centuries ago. Now get out of there!
What's wrong?
Everything.
Are you serious?
Yes, Robbie, I have eyes.
Dude, that's so freaking crazy.
The mysterious structure, which
I
has
hope
been
Aunt May
described
isn't
as
watching
some
this,
kind of
because she's
ancient
going to
temple,
flip.
has suddenly appeared in the war-torn Republic
I'll try to
of
stop it,
Transia,
but
decimating
We
a remote
screwed up,
village at the
Robbie.
base of Mount
It's okay,
Wonderfall.
you can
These
say it.
images,
Doesn't
taken
matter
by
who
tourists,
screwed up.
have been reposted
What
over
matters
2
is that
million
we're
times
screwed.
on every social media outlet with the hashtag #ApocalypseWow.
We're in the end game now.
Will I see you at the meeting?
Maybe. Depends how bored I am.
I'm gonna take a quick look at that book. That raid, I wonder what I'm getting into.
Transia. I don't know how we always end up back there.
Some places just have terrible luck.
Did you read today's book?
Of course, but you'll get nothing out of me until the meeting.
Are you heading to the meeting?
Yeah, I'll be there shortly.
Wanda, there's something I ought to say to you.
Oh?
You were right about Lilith's tomb. He's close, Hunter. Chthon is slithering his way into this dimension.
We both knew that bringing the Abbey to Salem was bound to cause issues, regardless of how magically attuned the area was. The stonework seems to be mostly unscathed, but I've noticed some unusual happenings on the ground since the transition. Have you seen anything? The Transian soil, along with the various flora and fauna that came along with the ride, aren't acclimating like I hoped. There are strange energies here that I can't explain away. We should both stay vigilant until we know for sure, sir. Princess Anila paced atop the dunes, crushed her sapphire carapace in stark contrast to the ochre sand. It's no use, Crash. The moment the Council crowns me queen, Deimos and Phobos will go to war. Crash activated Romot's built-in spectrometron and scanned the barren landscape for any sign of pursuit. The Zorgots will never allow it, Crash said, as the matron chirped and warbled. They rely on Martian hyperwar to power their fleets. Satisfied they were alone, Crash dialed up shelter and hidden on Romot's control box. Had I known the history of the Star Scepter, I never would have returned it to your moon. Princess Anila turned to him, most of her eyes afire in the light of the setting sun. After the catastrophe on Venus, none could doubt your word, she finally said. And how are you to know our history? The theft of the Star Scepter robbed the Solar Kings of their power and led to the crossfire with Phobos. Now, because of a loophole in an ancient treaty, the Council must use the Star Scepter to crown me the first Solar Queen of the Deimos. As soon as that happens, the ceasefire ends. She sighed. I have never felt so lost. Good thing you aren't, Princess, Crash smiled as Roma swiveled east, Electro's tail spinning rapidly. There's shelter for the night, 3 decamiles that way. The Princess turned bristling and worked her way down. We should hurry. The sand maws are hungrier at night. Chapter 16, the Mosian standoff. Glaxogorp raised the gloved hand and snapped. Stormtroopers, leave us. The Emerald Guard kept their Prisma bows trained on Crash. Glaxogorp's tone softened. Crash Smogren's vows are sacrosanct. My safety is guaranteed. Yours is not. Please, my loyal guards, allow me to save your lives for once. Crash kept the Hydra gun trained on Glaxogorp until the Zorg troopers departed the fly pod. Pilot, I'm new in town. Your monoculus is a striking landmark. I'd like to see it from every angle. Princess Anila, still disguised as the pod's pilot, ignited the fly pod's blast conduit as she bobbed it skillfully amongst the sky traffic on the Mosian capital. She slid a prehensile ear below the passenger isolation field. Defiance is meaningless, she heard Glaxogorp say. War disrupts the flow of hyperwar to Zorgot. Having weighed all options, the Grand Hegemons left me with 2. Ensure Princess Anila is crowned queen, at which point Her Majesty cedes her entire government to Zorgot rule. If she refuses to appear or refuses to cede control, the Zorgot blockades remain until the Sapphire Legion arrives to pacify the entire moon. Crash waved away the adjudicator's argument. What if there is a third option? Fair warning, it is somewhat unconventional. Glaxogorp's eyes narrowed. I'm listening. The antechamber of destiny. Within the monocular vestibule, the princess who would be queen sat next to the unmoving Crash suit. Magnum manacles bound the wrist. Its helmet remained as bronze as its clamshell exterior. The suit's occupant did not stir. She scowled. This will never work, Glaxogorp. Zorgot's premier adjudicator adjusted the great piping on its emerald back uniform. But you know it must to ensure the peace, Princess Anila. He noted her tail, twitching in frustration. Do not betray yourself to the Deimos Council. Any disruption will lead to the Sapphire Legion. This goes against everything I was raised to believe. The Zorgot paused. I understand your reservation, but no, this is the best for all parties. He smiled sadly, glancing at the bronze suit. Except for one. The Demosian princess spoke quietly but firmly. Crash Morgan does not deserve this fate. Perhaps not. But one must live to learn with what fate provides. 3 lights appeared on the door to the council chambers. As must we all. In one smooth motion, he lifted the Crash suit and placed it carefully over his shoulder. After you, princess.
Did you just say I was right about something?
I did. Just as you were probably right about other things, too. Many other things. You let an old, stubborn immortal let you take the blame for so much.
You were hurting. You needed something to point to.
And here I was thinking I was the one who was supposed to take care of all of you. I am sorry, Wanda. For everything.
So am I.
I see you and Caretaker are on the mend.
Seems so. I should be happy about it. But how can I be happy about anything when the Temple of Cthon is wreaking havoc on my home? I grew up in Transia, you know. In a remote village at the foot of Mount Wondergore. It's all destroyed now. Along with those poor people's lives.
Wanda, I am so sorry.
Not as sorry as they are. I can promise you that.
We will save them. That I can promise.
And I'd like to be around to help them. But first, we have to stop your mom. I'm afraid of her, you know, of seeing her. I mean, what if it happens again? What if she turns me back into bad Wanda? What if I go dark?
If it came to that, we would find a way of removing her corruption again.
I appreciate that, but I don't think you're going to have time for all that while you're also trying to stop Chthon from tentacle climbing into this dimension.
You are right. We probably will not have time to save you.
You wouldn't?
I am joking.
You almost got me there.
No one is leaving you behind, ever again.
Promise?
Cross my heart.
Well, I ought to get back to the news. See what new horrors are befalling my hometown.
Do not watch too much of it. The overconsumption of news media is supposed to be bad for your mental health, especially during an apocalypse.
There are worse things for your mental health, Hunter. And I'm pretty sure I've experienced them all. I'll take my chances with a little cable news. Night.
Side of the map. Because I don't know how to tell directions.
Let me guess. You came to rub it in? Tell me the Midnight Suns are just a bunch of Hero Academy dropouts who are in over their heads?
I'm not here to rub anything in. I came here to say, I thought what you did back there was brave. And bold.
Yeah, right. You mean brave and stupid?
You weren't being stupid. You did what you thought was right. Sometimes, we can do everything in our power to stop a bad thing from happening and still fall flat on our faces. Just keep your chin up and remember, failure is an essential part of the superhero gig. I mean, look at me. I haven't exactly been batting 1,000 these days, but that doesn't seem to have slowed down my ego any.
Well, wait. Are you, like, actually being nice to me?
Well, nothing like impending doom to bring people together. But seriously, I admire what you tried to pull off back there. Took a lot of guts. Maybe next time, you'll get the glory.
Thanks, Tony.
Anytime, Nico.
Yay, we did it. Ugh, the first time we're actually trusted to sit in the driver's seat, the first freaking time, and we couldn't stop her. We dropped a mountain on her head, and Lilith still managed to summon the Temple of Chthon. Way to go, team.
It is not the end of the world, Nico.
Yes, it is. Like, it's literally the end of the world. The Temple of Chthon is here, and soon giant flying squid god will come to feast on all of our souls.
Nico, I am not going to let that happen. Chosen one, remember?
How come you always manage to say the exact right thing to make me feel better?
It is one of my secret superpowers.
You mean not so secret superpower? Alright, I'm gonna stay out here a while and lick my wounds for a little bit longer. Thanks for, checking up on me.
Anytime.
Book club. Book club.
Time for book club. You coming?
I'm in.
Meet you there.
I'll walk you.
My plan backfired. Thought choosing a weird book would drive people away.
Why would you do that?
More punch for the rest of us.
Why have I not heard of Crash Morgan? I know it's an older book, but this is exactly the kind of story I like.
I was up all night finishing this book.
Remind me never to piss you off, Hunter. Or insult Charlie. I thought Logan might bail. But I told him we bring more snacks this time. I have him figured out. Ready to kick this off?
I am ready.
All right, Logan, I need to know. Why did you choose this book?
I'll tell you, just not yet. I want to hear what you thought of this book.
It was written in the 1940s, so I expected some repugnant attitudes and phrases. But it surprised me. The writing was simple, yet the story was deeper than it had any right to be.
What was your favorite part?
It's in the chapter where Crash and the princess escape the Zorgots. The next morning, they see the sun rise and Mars rising beside it. When the princess asks what the future holds and Crash just stares at Mars as it eclipses the sun, it gave me chills.
Is it just me, or do the stellar bodies represent their time together?
Absolutely. The time they have together is fleeting. I think this is where Crash first realizes there's no future for the two of them. Anyway, I think the moment gets lost when the Zorgots deploy their Null Stalkers.
I don't get why the robot dog didn't warn them. I thought it could talk.
Not until number 19, the minefields of the reticulates. It's a whole thing.
Got it. So, what's the idea with Crash's promise?
What about it?
When Crash apprehends Glaxogorp, they have a tense conversation in the back of the flypod. Crash says there's a way the Zorgots can leave the moon with everything they want, but the princess must take the throne. Then Crash vows that no queen of royal blood shall ever rule Deimos. Glaxogorp agrees, but why? Crash breaks the vow in the next chapter.
That makes no sense. Why say Queen of Royal Blood?
You're right. I can't believe I missed that. And how does that tie into the Hydro gunfight at the top of the space scraper?
Really? You don't see it?
I do.
They're shapeshifters.
Who?
Crash and Glaxogorp.
No.
Yep.
But then, when do they...
The Hydro gunfight. Crash gets hit in the helmet and goes down. And what happens whenever Crash is unconscious?
The helmet changes color. Turns bronze like the suit.
Right. Then Glaxogorp pulls up on the rocket sled and takes Crash and the princess into custody. That's when they make the switch. Crash and Glaxogorp change form, but where do they stash the princess?
It is obvious. They put her in Crash's suit.
Exactly. Crash won't need it to survive because they're within the bubble city. So we get to the Deimos Council meeting. The princess refuses the throne and declares her love for Crash, who is the princess in Crash's suit. When they embrace, the false princess deactivates the Magna Manacles binding Crash. But Crash nabs the Star Scepter from the fake princess, activates the suit's Zoom vest, and smashes through the monoculus.
So, if that's the actual princess, she escapes. But who is the false princess?
That's a shape-shifted Glaxogorp. Without the Star Scepter, Deimos can't crown their queen.
Right. She never wanted it, and the Zorgots definitely don't want it. Glaxogorp, posing as the princess, can steer Deimos away from war.
And when the fake Glaxogorp vows the Star Scepter shall be restored to the princess, that's actually Crash.
So Crash made 2 vows and broke neither of them. The cliffhanger with Glaxogorp chasing Crash's ship is actually Crash returning to the princess so they can escape Deimos.
You got it. They reveal the switcheroo at the beginning of number 6, Attack of the Intergalactic Space Weasels.
Clever. I like it more now. And that's where we'll call it for tonight.
So, Logan, why did you pick this book?
Because it's fun.
No other reason?
Every book doesn't need to be a teachable moment.
Fair enough.
I almost wish this book was a comic instead. I would have liked to see the monoculus.
My book was the best of them.
You have only been to 2 meetings.
Yeah, but you know I'm right.
Good girl, Charlie. You did not mention a book for next time.
Yeah, with everything going on, I'm gonna put book club on a hiatus until things are less apocalyptic.
I hope we come back to this in the future.
Same here. Books are a gourmet meal for thought. Not to call anyone out, but you just can't feed your mind gristle.
Who else would you invite if you could?
There's a lawyer who got me out of a bad situation a few years back. Smart as a whip, picks up on subtle things even I tend to miss. As long as the books we read have Braille copies, I could convince him. Actually, I need to thank you for sticking around since the beginning. For all your help with Carol.
Of course.
I don't get close to many people. I never get into relationships. That's not a rule I ever break. But I did with Carol. Beyond all the reasons, I find her amazing. Do you know why?
You are into her because she can kick your ass.
That's exactly it.
Really? I was joking.
I'm not. Vampires fight dirty. They'll kill whoever you love just because they can. If they really want you to suffer, they'll turn your true love into one of them. That's why dating me is a death sentence, and I refuse to put that weight on anyone. But can you imagine some pissant vampire trying to chow down on Captain Marvel? First, his fangs would snap off on contact with her skin, then she'd just chuck it into space. No hiding from the sun out there. There's no way they can ever touch her, but it's not just that.
It is you. She is safe from you.
Yeah. I never break my rule because I know deep down there's a chance I could lose control. But with Carol, hell, she could hold me over her head till I was myself again. Wouldn't even break a sweat.
I am so sorry to hear that.
Please don't. I have no sympathy for the monster inside me, and neither should you. This isn't really about me.
It is about everybody else?
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you joined me for all of this. Maybe next time the world is ending, I'll start a sparring club.
A sparring club? Is that just training with a fancy name?
You saw right through me. On your way out?
I should leave.
Peace.
Okay. Yeah, I read all that stuff already. Alright. Back to the bedroom. That's where you're going to stop for today.
Salutations, Hunter.
Who's a good girl? It is my Charlie girl.
Alright, with that, we are going to stop for today. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you like what you see, please leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It means a lot, helps the channel grow, and I really do appreciate it. Until next time, I love you guys. I hope to talk to you later. Take care, and talk to you soon. Bye.